Hello students, this is Professor Shrenik Shah. Here we are going to discuss the use of potentiometer. So, the use of potentiometer is to measure EMF of unknown cells. Now, how do we do that? There are two methods available. First one is individual cell method. Now, how do we do that? Let's say there is a wire AB which is connected with a standard cell E having internal resistance R, a key and a rheostat having resistance R. Along with that, we connect another circuit where we will have two unknown cells connected as E1 and E2 along with the keys attached to it, and that part is connected to the galvanometer and a jockey. Now, since it is an individual cell method, we will connect one key at a time. So, if you connect this key over here and you take the jockey and place it on the wire AB, at one point you find the deflection of the galvanometer to be 0. That means that particular length is the balancing length for E1. So, let's call that length as L1. So, we can say the E1 is balanced by or is directly proportional to L1. Similarly, now we disconnect this and connect this key and repeat the entire procedure of tapping the jockey on wire AB from A to B. Again, we will come across a point where we will find the zero deflection or null deflection in galvanometer. That length, whatever we get, let's call that as L2. So we can say E2 is directly proportional to L2 by using principle of potentiometer. Now, if we take the ratio of this, we get E1 by E2 as L1 by L2. So basically, if one of the two EMF is known to us, we can find the EMF of any unknown cell. Okay? But while using this method, you have to pay attention to certain important points. The first point, the EMF of the main cell must be greater than both E1 and E2. This is a very important point. Second, the polarity of E1, E2 and E at point A should be the same. Otherwise, you will not get the null point in wire AB. Okay. Now, if we go for the second method, the name of the second method is sum and difference method. So, let's again draw the potentiometer circuit, wire AB with the main cell, its internal resistance, a key and a rheostat. This time we connect the EMF E1 over here, and then we connect a four-way key at this point. This end, the diametrically opposite end of E1, we connect it to galvanometer and then to a jockey. The other two ends what we have, we connect them via a battery E2 with a jump over here like this. Okay. Now, this four-way key is going to be used to decide the sum and difference method. Now, how do we do that? Let's say, first of all, we connect these two ends. So, if you concentrate, the circuit becomes something like E1 positive negative, then E2 positive negative, then a jump, and then the galvanometer and jockey. which means the circuit will overall look like this. So E1, E2 in series. So equivalent EMF will be E1 plus E2. Now in this condition, if you take the jockey and tap it on wire AB and find a point where you find the galvanometer shows null deflection or zero deflection, we can say that length as L1, it is measuring or balancing E1 plus E2. So E1 plus E2 becomes directly proportional to L1. Now similarly, we can disconnect this and connect the other two ends now like this. So if you concentrate, we get the positive negative end of E1, then passing through the four-way key, we get negative positive end of E2, then through the four-way key we reach the galvanometer and jockey. So the arrangement over here becomes E1 like this, but E2 in the opposite direction, which means these are in the difference mode. That means they are in the opposite mode. So when you use this condition and tap the jockey again on wire AB and find a point where you find no deflection or zero deflection or null deflection in galvanometer, that length will be L2 say. We can say that L2 is balancing E1 minus E2, which means E1 minus E2 balances L2. So if we take the ratio, we get E1 plus E2 upon E1 minus E2 as L1 by L2. Now if we go for componendo and dividendo, we get E1 plus E2 plus E1 minus E2, that is the sum in the numerator of the numerator and denominator, upon E1 plus E2 minus E1 plus E2, that is the difference of the numerator and the denominator in the denominator. This is called as componendo and dividendo. Over here we get L1 plus L2 upon L1 minus L2. Over here E2 gets cancelled and over here E1 gets cancelled. This becomes 2E1, this becomes 2E2, again in the ratio 2 gets cancelled. So finally we get E1 by E2 as L1 plus L2 by L1 minus L2. So again, if we know one of the EMF, and obviously we can measure this length L1 and L2 from the wire AB, we can find the EMF of the unknown cell. Again over here you need to pay attention certain points. First point, definitely E has to be greater than E1 plus E2. That is of utmost importance because we are finding the E1 plus E2 ka balancing length on wire AB, and that is possible only if this E, the main cell, is greater than E1 plus E2. Moreover, E1 should also be greater than E2. Now this is why it is important, is because we come across the difference between the two cells where we use E1 minus E2. Now in the case E1 being less than E2, this difference becomes negative, and in the case of negative you will not find a null point over here. Okay, that means E should be greater than E1 plus E2. This is first criteria, as well as E1 should be greater than E2. This is the second criteria to use sum and difference method. And obviously the last and the very important criteria is the positive end of the E1 and the positive end of E, or the negative ends, should be connected to point A. Means the same polarity is to be connected at point A. And when you go for the sum and difference, you need to be careful that at one end, for one four-way key, one connection, you get the sum, and for the other connection you get the difference. So this was the first use of potentiometer. See you on the other side of the video to see or to understand another use of potentiometer.